welcome to FPTV. I'm your campus news anchor, Bree Eastlick.
And I'm your campus sports anchor, Cam Gonzalez.
Up first, the SGA started the semester with $19,000 out of a total of a $37,000 budget. At the start of the academic year, SGA has made a bold move that consumed over half of the starting budget. SGA prioritized their budget by spending $18,000 on important expenses. The money went to its usual places, such as super funds and capital improvements, as well as a new one, Senior Send-Off. These programs are important because they ensure that the campus can get upgrades, such as new dumpsters or electronic charging stations. Senior Send-Off being the seniors' final event on campus and a sort of a last hurrah to end their college career or move on to an undergrad program. This raises some concerns for some students who heard about this situation through word of mouth. However, SGA officers are confident. "I feel like it was a good call," SGA parliamentarian Gianni Pageron said. He referred to last year when budget concerns were very high because of a possible lack of funds. Although confident of the plan, certain veteran members are skeptical due to previous spending experiences. There needs to be more discussions throughout the entire year, and people shouldn't vote on things just because of the price tag associated with it, said SGA President Matthew Dresselhaus. Although the SGA is confident this plan will work, they understand the difficulties that might come from it. "It will really change the clubs to come up with amazing ideas to catch students' attention," said Pageron. And in other news, 3 students applied to Franklin Pierce University to take part in the Harvey Relief Scholar Program, but all 3 decided to remain at their home institutions in Houston, Texas. After the devastating effects of Hurricane Harvey in Houston, Texas, Franklin Pierce offered a relief program to all students that attended school within the Houston area. The Harvey Scholar Program included free tuition, room and board, as well as a meal plan for 1 semester for any students within the affected area who applied for the program and were accepted in the Franklin Pierce community. The only expense the accepted Harvey students would have to worry about would be the transportation from their college or university in Houston. However, their respected universities ended up opening sooner than expected, so they decided to stay within their home institution. The Scholar Program is common among other colleges as well as Franklin Pierce. This is not the first time FPU has offered something like this. Back when Hurricane Katrina happened, a lot of schools were offering programs like this, said Melissa Conway, the Director of Enrollment Operations. At that time period, Franklin Pierce accepted 14 students who were displaced during the hurricane. Other students already on campus have been affected by Harvey in different ways. Freshman Brad Rochford has family in Houston, as well as many other students here on campus. Cleanup is still continuing in Houston, and here at FPTV, our hearts go out to all of the victims who may have lost their homes or family members due to Hurricane Harvey. Now on to sports. Take it away, Cam.
Thanks, Bree. To start our sports coverage this week, the Franklin Pierce community is deeply saddened by the passing of assistant sprint football coach Nick Seymour and Michelle Chadbourne, wife of men's basketball coach David Chadbourne. Sad news. Seymour died in a car accident on Thursday, September 28th, while Chadbourne lost her battle with cancer on Friday, the 29th. It is during these times that our community rallies together in support of affected individuals. Now on to the games. We will start with the cross-country team, where freshman Hugo Alarbos was named the NE10 Rookie of the Week. Alarbos, a freshman from France, ran a 25:48 8K time to finish in the second college white division of the Paul Short Run, hosted by Lehigh University. As a team, FPU finished 4th. The women's cross-country team placed 18th at the meet. Now on to the men's soccer team, where the Birds fell 2-1 to the New Haven Chargers. New Haven scored 2 unanswered goals in the second half. The second came with just 25 seconds left to play. A second shot by Nicholas Lawton tricked wide right to sink the Birds. Noam Kolakovsky netted his 3rd goal of the season in the loss. After starting the season 5-0-1, the Ravens have now dropped 2 straight. They will look to turn it around at Bentley on Saturday, October 7th. The women's soccer team took a tie in double overtime against the Assumption Greyhounds in Worcester on Saturday. Assumption was able to sneak a shot past Casey Cook in the 82nd minute to tie the score, but no one was able to score after that. Nathalia Maria da Silva netted the lone goal for Franklin Pierce. She was assisted by Bruna Tavares. It was da Silva's 3rd goal of the season. The women's soccer team now stands at 4-2-2 on the season. They will host Bentley in their next matchup. and the game is scheduled to be held on Tuesday at 7 p.m. from Sodexo Field. It should be a good one, folks. Now moving on to the Sprint football team, as the boys took the loss this weekend to Navy by a score of 33-0. The midshipmen handed Franklin Pierce its second consecutive shutout loss of the season. Franklin Pierce had a punt blocked on their first series of the game, and this would set up a field goal and a quick 3-0 lead for Navy, and they would not turn back. Franklin Pierce looks to get back on track after the loss this Saturday against Post. Now moving on to field hockey, and the girls were no match for a pair of top 5 nationally ranked teams this past week. Let's review it. The Ravens fell to number 4 St. Anselm by a score of 4-1 on Tuesday, September 26th. During the game, Caitlin Barden scored the lone goal for Franklin Pierce late in the second half, but Franklin Pierce would go on to fall to number 3 LIU Post by a score of 2-0. Franklin Pierce managed just one shot in that game. In their next matchup, they will host St. Michael's on Wednesday at 4 p.m. That just about wraps up Franklin Pierce sports. Now on to weather with Matt Dresselhaus.
Hello, my name is Matt Dresselhaus, and welcome to the weather. Let's get into what this week is going to look like. This week it's going to be a bit colder than last week, but it's still going to be some beautiful fall weather. Digging in a little deeper, tomorrow it's going to be sunny with a high of 76 in the morning and a low of 55 at night. Later in the evening, there is a small possibility for some thunder and increasing clouds towards the later hours of the night. Thursday it's going to be a chilly low of 40 with a high of 72, but sun will remain shining with only partial clouds in the sky. As we move into the weekend, Friday will be chilly with a high of 68 and a low of 49. In the late afternoon, there's a 50% chance of rain and showers, but will be scattered throughout the night. The rain will continue on until Saturday with some rain showers in the early morning and overcast skies later in the day. The high will be 68 and the low 60 degrees. These climates are really all over the place as we move into the fall, and we'll start to see the colder weather coming in through. Once again, I'm Matt Dresselhaus. That's all for the weather. Thanks for tuning in.
Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you for joining us here at FPTV.
Yes, thank you for tuning in to this edition of FPTV. We're glad to have you. Can we do that again? I was caught off guard.
Please come back! Oh.